home, and the program is called Behavioral Health Transitions. And the purpose of this program was to provide a place where people who are generally homeless, over 90% of the clients who come here have experienced homelessness, and have primary problems of mental health issues or substance use disorders, and they don't have a way to transition back to a productive life in the community. So it's two different populations. One are those individuals who were heading for jail. They were going to be incarcerated because of criminal behavior, but it was the result of mental health issues and or addiction. The second group are those people who go to behavioral health hospitals, and they are kept there and stabilized. They could have schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, something like that. They get them stabilized, get them on the proper meds, and release them to the community. The problem is, of course, if there is no transitional services like Crosspoint, where we can provide a place to stay and clinical treatment, they go right back into the loop of criminal justice system involvement, emergency services, and homelessness.
How does one find themselves here?
Well, the two streams are a little different. So on the justice side, pretrial services, if they see somebody who they think fits our program eligibility, they just send them over. We don't go seek them out. They send them over. The second group is any of the behavioral health hospitals in town. If they have somebody that's being released and they feel they need transitional services, they refer them over. It's voluntary, though. The clients do not have to come here.
And from either side?
From either side.
It's a voluntary program.
It is.
But if someone's in trouble and in danger of going to jail, or and they give them this option, I'm sure they're going to choose this, right?
Most will. Mm-hmm. There are people that will go ahead and stay in jail because when they come here, having a little freedom, I mean, because they're allowed to go out in the community, but there are a lot of rules and accountability practices, and some of them will come here and then they don't like that and move on.
How long do they stay, and is it a case-by-case basis?
It is absolutely a case-by-case basis, the length of stay that they're here. The issues are different for every client. If it's a significant mental health, serious mental health issue, they'll probably stay here longer. Individuals who are in the justice system, some of that is they want to get them off of the criminal justice caseload, and then they may move on too. So we don't have a length of stay. We predicted people would be here probably 90 to 120 days.
Okay. And where does the money come from?
The money, it's a combination. We have foundations who stepped up. When we opened this program a year ago, December, we reached out to foundations in the community, and a number of them came up and donated money to Crosspoint, contributed to the cause, just to see that we could get this going and prove that not only are we a more effective way to treat the clients that are coming to us, but there's also significant cost offsets for the people who send. If you go to jail and you get treatment there, it could cost up to $250 a day. If you go to a behavioral health hospital, the average here, it's $525 a day. Crosspoint can provide residential services, food, clinical services, and help with getting people signed up for benefits, find housing, find employment at $100 a day.
Well, then, is there something that does Crosspoint play into that at all, or? Well,
as a person who has worked in this field for 41 years, I can tell you the more we can do to decriminalize behaviors that are the result of a different problem, the better for all of us. It's cheaper, and we can provide people with the service they need. Again, in this population, over 90% of the people coming to us are homeless. Well, if they are doing criminal trespass to property because they're homeless, it's much better to have a program like this where they get the help they need. The same thing with a person with mental health issues or addiction. If they don't get these kinds of services, they are going to be a threat to public safety. So decriminalizing them and getting them community-based programs where we're taking care of our own citizens, I think is the way to go.
Perfect. Do they have a schedule? I guess they have a daily schedule?
They do. It's and part of it is dependent upon, their schedule is dependent upon what services they need, because we provide most stuff in-house. The other side of this building, we have licensed clinicians who do mental health and addictions treatment. But there are other services they're going to need out in the community. And all of that stuff we're pretty rigid about how much time they get to go do something, and when they have to be back here. Plus, there's drug and alcohol testing, so there's a lot of structure to the program.